It's my constant effort to be true to my art, my audience. I want them to enjoy the movie. And I don't expect them to always like me. So I have just told myself that every film is a different journey, it's a different set, there are different makers, there are different people working on it, and every movie set is different.
Hi guys, this is Kinnari Shailendra Singh and a warm welcome to Bollywood Live. Today we have extremely talented, extremely beautiful and one of the biggest pan-India star with us, Mrunal Thakur.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Mrunal, welcome to Bollywood Live.
Thank you.
Now there's a lot to ask, there's a lot to talk, but I want to start this interview by congratulating you. I really believe 2023 has been your year. Hi Nana is receiving so much love. Peepa is highly appreciated. Whenever we see those Instagram reels, we still feel for Veda.
Aww.
So, do you think that as an actor, by far 2023 has been the best year for you?
Yeah, I can say so. If you ask me about the releases, yes, I've had multiple releases in 2023. What is beautiful about 2023 is that I got to experiment with so many different genres, and it's nice to see different shades of me in, be it love stories or be it Made in Heaven or Gumrah, Peepa, Aankh Micholi. So, and Hi Nana, that's the film we ended the year with, and the love is just appreciation is just keep coming, and it's just so overwhelming.
Right. As we all know, you started your journey from television, then you did Bollywood film, you did OTT, then you did South films, and you were just crossing with, at least it was looking like us that you were crossing all the mediums with very ease, and
Wow.
you were one of those rare actors, you were never referred as, she's a television heroine and she belongs to only this particular medium. So my question is, what do you think helped you to make people forget that and not bind you to one medium?
I think art doesn't know language. Cinema is something that I really have grown up watching. It's my escape, and I truly want to entertain my audience. You said with a lot of ease. I know what ease I have been through, but the transitions are never easy. But I'm glad that people are finally recognizing and appreciating, and also get to see the stories which they really wanted to watch it like for a really, really long time. I think romance as a genre itself was dying, I felt, because when I was growing up, I saw so many romantic movies, and now suddenly there's a dip in all the romantic movies that are being made. Something that makes you feel like, oh, I want a partner like this, or this is such an enduring story. I want these relationships, that human drama, the bonding, So I'm just taking one step at a time, to be honest, and just going where my calling is. There's always a calling. There's this universe who always keeps helping you with what your next should be. So I'm just surrendered to the universe, and it's just taking me its way.
You just mentioned that you, of course, and we all know that, of course, you had your share of challenges. It looked very smooth, like to the viewers, but you had your share of challenges while you were working in different medium. What was that one biggest challenge which you really find it difficult now that you have overcome, but initially it was really difficult for you?
I think there's like dressing up and hiring teams and all. I was not strategies and all of that. I don't understand anything. The only thing I'm good at, just give me my call time, I'll be on set and I'll deliver my dialogues. Anything that comes apart from that, I'm not good with marketing, PR. I'm really, really bad at it. But sometimes then it was really challenging. Now I think I've got a hang of what it is, and I've also realized that no matter how good the film is, if you do not market yourself in a certain way, the film will never shine. And unfortunately, people think that that's the only way, but no, there's something called word of mouth. And Love Sonia did really well. It traveled a lot of countries and a lot of film festivals, and I'm really happy that a lot of films like now, 12th Fail is getting so much appreciation, and it's truly word of mouth, you know. So I think I'm just like, then I was not really good at all these things, but now I'm discovering, and I'm just trying to make sure that my film gets the love and recognition it deserves. Yeah. So this is one aspect where I feel like I'm really bad at. I just hope like I got my call time, and going on set and shooting is so easy.
And just nailing your character.
And just all these things are very complicated for me. I'm still trying to handle it, like cope up with it.
Right. Okay. Now, talking about the roles which you have done recently and even initially, now starting from Love Sonia or be it the recent film Hi Nana, where you played the mother of a 7-year-old kid, those were some really offbeat and bold choices. My question to you is there any strategy or any thought process when you choose a particular role?
There's no strategy. It's just a feeling. Like, did you feel it or no? Because if you didn't feel it, then your audience would feel it either. I do films because it gives me a lot of joy to be in front of camera. And I want to be in front of camera playing a person or a character who is, you know, so different and written once in blue moon, and it's very rare that you get such roles, especially so many colleagues of mine were saying that, you know, Mrunal, we're so jealous of you, we wish we got this part, but I just see that what is the vision of the director, how much is my part contributing to the film, and why should I do the film? Like, is it going to start any kind of conversation? What is it? Like, what is the biggest takeaway from the movie? So those are the things that I do keep in my head. Earlier, obviously, the things were different. The way I would choose the films, the process is different. I would think ki big producer, big hero, sab kuch, wo bhi chahiye. But you know, sometimes you want that graph in that when it comes to the character. You want to show how many ranges you can experiment, or I want to like surprise myself. I want to do kind of roles which I've never ever done before. I never thought that I would be able to do so. So I always choose something which is out of the box, and also I felt like romance is a genre where a lot of people were missing that in their lives. And they all want to watch romance, but nobody is like confessing. Like they just like they're shying away. They're like, nahi chahiye romance, but dekhne sab jate hai.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, talking about your South projects. Now, now this is something which people have observed over the years, that whenever a popular Bollywood, especially actress, okay, whenever she makes a debut in South industry, there's definitely a hero, there's definitely a story which has mass appeal. But unfortunately, comparatively, the role, it doesn't have that much depth, or let's say there's not much scope to perform for an actress. But when we talk about the choice of roles you made, you have not only outshined, but let me say there were times when you were at par with the male lead actors.
Oh, wow.
So
thank you.
When you started, and now that it's been quite a time that you have been working in South industry, what was your vision when you started exploring South cinema, and is it still the same?
I got offers from the South industry back in 2012. I only made my debut in 2018. 2021, not 2018, 2021. 2018 is Love Sonia. So 2012 to 2021, you calculate those number of years and those number of opportunities that I had to say no, because it took me certain no's to say a yes. And I knew that whenever I do my first Telugu film, it has to be an epic saga or a cult or a classic. And I was in no rush. I didn't want to hurry. And I refused to do such roles because I don't think I resonate with it. And I feel like, especially when I'm taking inspiration from the women around me, my family, they are so inspiring, and so many women around me are the inspiration, and they're like the driving force. So why not reflect that in the Indian cinema as well? So I promised myself that I'm not going to settle for anything less, and even if it takes time, it's okay. I debuted at the age of 30, and I'm not shying away. I'm not afraid, and I own it, and I am really glad that I waited for Sita Ramam, for Sita Mahalakshmi, and now Yashna. A lot of people said that, oh, she's doing a bad thing by not signing a lot of movies, but it's my constant effort to be true to my art, my audience. I want them to enjoy the movie, and I don't expect them to always like me. There will be days where they like my work, where they don't like my work, and it's absolutely okay for them to say that, because eventually I need to know what their feedback is. Accordingly, I can alter into my next. But I'm not afraid to be alone in a room. I'm not afraid to take up challenges, to take up roles which are different. And I'm not afraid to do one movie a year as well. But I want to make sure that those 100 days I sign up for are so beautiful, because for me, earlier that there was a craze ki film release hogi, oh my god, wow. Ab film release ho jati, but you still don't feel happy. Because we realized that what I was looking and chasing for was that release. But no, the happiness lies in the journey, and those 100 days for me to be on a movie set are way more important. And that's why I want to work with people who are passionate. It's a project. It's not a project. It's a cinema they're making. And I think maybe now the South audience understands that why I'm not going quantity over quality. And thank you for understanding me, because I can't pretend. If I'm not connecting with the character, you guys will see it, because I'm a bad liar. Yeah, I'm a really bad liar.
Okay, lovely. Mrunal, as I mentioned earlier that, of course you have explored all the mediums, and you're doing a remarkable job in the South film industry. And of course, over the years, the barriers, the gap, the barriers have been broken between the Hindi film and the South film industry. But, as an actor who's working in both the film industry, do you feel that there are some gap which is still left to be filled between Hindi and South film industry whenever you work?
Gaps meaning like what way?
Like both the way, the industry perform, or, even if the way industry people see both the industry, do you think there is like one is here, one is there, or do you think everything is at par now?
I think Hindi is more corporate, like time to time. Everyone's they can't afford to lose a day to whatsoever reasons. But shooting process is such where a lot of conditions depend on the weather, the climate, the health, everything. I mean, things are not in our control. And I think what's so beautiful about Hi Nana was we were shooting at Ooty, and at Ooty the weather was not good. So we waited the whole day, but we couldn't shoot. I mean, if it was anyone else, the director would have so much pressure to finish the scene. But here, they could afford, they didn't compromise on the look and feel of the scene. So this is small thing that I've noticed maybe. And like South is more instinctive. There are times where scenes do get changed, like writing dialogues wise, and there are days where I have to learn my scenes on sets. But that's again what I appreciate it is that it also enhances the performance, the scenes. But in Hindi there's a lot of preparation happening, and sometimes I feel ज़्यादा preparation also kills the nuance, the performances, or I don't know what it is. I'm just like soaking into it, absorbing it. Also sometimes where you come from a particular schooling, like ऐसा pattern है, तो ऐसा ही आप expect करते हो. So I have just told myself that every film is a different journey, it's a different set, there are different makers, there are different people working on it, and every movie set is different. The working pattern is different, the shooting pattern, sometimes the scenes also we shoot, sometimes it's one shot, like Pipa was totally like one shot, there were no cuts, we would perform the entire scene in one go. But there are other films where there's a lot of coverage required. You start with the wide, you start with over the shoulder, you start with 2 shots. So there are a lot, and it's not like just one line you're saying the whole scene, and it's just what's the take of the director. So there's certain things making wise, I don't see there is any gap. Maybe I'll have to work more in order to know what those gaps are. But I want to just set an example that I'm happy that I'm getting the recognition in the South industry, and I really wish I get that in Hindi as well. That is one gap maybe we need to fill.
And hope it gets fulfilled soon, and it will.
Yeah.
The last question. You have mentioned in your earlier interviews about the low phases of your life and how you have dealt
proudly
with it. Yeah, and if I'm not wrong, there was this one picture also which you posted,
bravely,
on Instagram. What would you like to tell the young actors and actresses of today who are struggling to make a mark? Anything which
don't try to be someone, because you could be the next you. And this is what I did. People would tell me, dress up like so-and-so actress. I'm like, no, this is who I am. This is what I don't want to change my personality. I want to shine the way I am. I want to own myself, and I can't pretend. I can't put a facade in front of my face and be like, you know what, and talking like other people. I'm sorry, please do not leave your authentic, be authentic. अगर आपके flaws भी है तो own it. अगर आपकी English अच्छी नहीं है, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, काम कर लेंगे. But when you play those characters, you can't be polished. You need to know how to buy a bus ticket. You can't just go like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that just take it slow, believe in yourself, work on yourself. I'm not saying that you don't work hard on yourself and then just be, compare yourself with other people. But I believe when I was growing up, I was too hard on myself where I wanted to be polished. But today now, when the characters I'm playing, if she's a character from a rural area and she has to say sorry, she won't say sorry. She would say sorry or something like sorry. Like there won't be any accent. She may probably not say even sorry. She'll just look down, or she'll say maaf karna. Maybe she's not comfortable. So I'm just saying that use these things in your films. Whatever you're not good at, make that your strength. Work on it, or turn all your flaws into your strength. That's what I did.
Right. On this note, thank you so much, Mrunal.
Thank you
for the lovely interview. And I really, really hope. I've read one of your interviews. You said that, okay, I know I'm a pan-India star. I'm just waiting for the time when I'll become a global star. So we really, really hope that next time when we meet you.
Now my aim is to become the universal star, because you never know, there's some universe that exists, and hopefully I'll get an opportunity to work with many, many beautiful, talented bunch of filmmakers all across the world.
Definitely.
And let's experiment more with the languages as well.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hey guys, Bollywood Life 2024 Awards is happening, and wish you all the very best to all the nominees, and may the best one win. Stay tuned to bollywoodlife.com.